We told you the topic we'll be discussing this morning is something you can never do without in the generation where we are in now. It is tech awareness. If you want to boost your business, if you want to go global, even within the period, the place where you are, if you want solutions that will give your customers the best customer service delivery, it is going technology, it's going digital. And if you're still unemployed, this is an opportunity for you to begin to leverage the skills and the options and the solutions that are within the tech space. So that is why we want to look at that's a very important area this morning.
Before I mention our guests, I want to put it out there that I am very proud to be a lady right now. I don't want to be like David because I'm feeling like I'm the in-thing on this topic.
Yeah.
So, having mentioned that and put that aside, today we're going to look at tech awareness. Are we really aware of the opportunities in tech? Are we? Well, that's a question for you, and that's a question for me too. And then our guest is here to put a rest to our minds and feed our curiosity by answering our questions. And today, our guest this morning is somebody that makes me proud. So, our guest this morning is Special Advisor to the Governor on Innovation and Business Incubation, and she is Chinwe Okoli. Chinwe, welcome to the weekend show.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Luchi said you make her proud. And there are several activities going on at Solution Innovation District that must have prompted that statement. So tell us a little bit of what you do in your office.
Good morning, Anambra. Happy weekend to everyone watching right now.
So people have weekend though.
It's a weekend whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
It's the weekend, right? Okay, so Solution Innovation District is the innovation and business incubation program of the Anambra State government. So the governor established the Office of the Special Advisor on Innovation and Business Incubation to drive that program, Solution Innovation District. And so officially in March this year, the governor formally launched the program, starting with the first program we did, which is called Level Up Anambra. And that is towards our grand vision of building the Anambra Digital Tribe. So digital tribe are people who are experts, who have the skills in various digital areas, right? So we want to build a tribe such that the world will be looking to Anambra to get talents that they need. So this tribe will serve Anambra, will serve Nigeria, will serve the world. And then at Solution Innovation District, we don't just build the Anambra Digital Tribe, which is people we are training in various digital skills. We're also grooming startups. Startups are, people who are leveraging technology to build solutions, right? We want to see startups, unicorns emerging out of Anambra State, right? And that brings me to saying right now, in fact, just recently I saw a report that says in the last 15 years, Africa has attracted over $20 billion in the startup ecosystem. And that got me thinking, how much of this figure came to Anambra State? How many of these startups are from Anambra State? So that is now that is a big part of what we're working to change. We want to see the unicorns. Unicorns are the startups valued at $1 billion. Yeah? So we want to see them coming out of Anambra State. And it just starts with an idea, right? And many of the young people you see working around can build the startups. But maybe they are not even sure. They don't even know how. And that's all part of what we're doing at Solution Innovation District. And then the next one is, that Anambra State is a hub of SMEs. From Onisha to Ogidi to Newi to, all of that. But a lot of them are still doing business the old way. So until you get to their shops, you can't access what they do. You don't even know that they exist. Meanwhile, this is a time where we're talking about e-commerce. This is a time where the likes of Amazon is ruling the world. Anything you need, just type it on your phone. You find the price on Amazon, on Alibaba, on Konga. But many of these SMEs with brilliant business offerings, but they are not leveraging these opportunities to scale. So another thing we're doing is teaching these SMEs on how to leverage opportunities in technology to attract more revenue, to attract new customer, create new customer base, and even new stream of income, right? And then to build this ecosystem, we need innovation hubs. We don't want it to be just something that the government drives. We want the private sector setting up innovation hubs, setting up incubators and accelerators in this part of the world, so that not when we are done doing the early work, when we start from ideation, hackathon sessions and all of that, incubation, and then when it gets to the point that they need some small money, they run off to some other place that have the incubators and accelerators. So we're, a part of our duty is, encouraging, partnering, and, should I say, inspiring the population, the Anambra, to look into setting up this, because this will create jobs. So this will take a lot of young people out of the streets and put them in the right track where the world is going right now, because the world is talking technology. And then I think the last one I like to leave it at is, we understand that to build the startup ecosystem, you need all the support. And this support is, wholesome, from business incubation support to mentoring to another key thing is financing. And so that's why we're building the Anambra Angel Network. These are people, wealthy men and women, or I mean wealthy. When I say wealthy, is relative. So people who can put aside some part of their funds towards investing in new ideas. So we're building that network, and that will be well-meaning in the Anambra who really like to support the younger ones to grow. So that's all part of what we're doing, in addition to research commercialization. So where we're partnering with universities to make them see that research does not have to end on the shelves. The fantastic solutions we have today in the medical field, in financial services and all of that, where as a result of research, some people did, but then it didn't end in the shelves. They took it to the lab and then came up with the solutions we have today. So we want the professors we have in Anambra State to make money from the ideas, when these ideas are commercialized. So this, should I say in a nutshell, what we do?
It's actually more than a nutshell. I picked a lot, but what I want to ask is, most times when people look, I think maybe it's the old idea that science and technology had to do with maths and physics. Some people say coding and all those things. So my question is, there was a time you did, I think it was Level Up Anambra. Yes. There was a time you called the Level Up Anambra, but we got to do research about the Level Up Anambra, and I noticed that people, especially the startups, did not really key in well. They felt what was happening there was foreign. I spoke to a lot of people during an interview, and they said, I got to but I want them more. So what I want to know,
I guess those people are not the startups then. They are not the, you use the word startups.
Oh, sorry, let me say beginners. Let me say beginners.
Maybe novice this time.
Okay, yes, because I did speak to some people, and I'm like, you registered, how was it? And they said, I don't think it's advanced level they were teaching us. So what I want to know now is, from the one you've done, because I noticed that the Code Anambra is now a physical class.
It's actually Code Anambra is physical and online. Yes.
So I would like to know, tech, your office. I'm really happy the way you're pushing the tech education. But my question now is, first of all, Anambra people, are they really aware? Like, are they really patronizing? Because I know you've done Level Up, and now you're doing Code Anambra, and now from the Level Up, what did you really get did you get the impact you were looking for from the Level Up Anambra?
This is actually a fascinating question, and I'll tell you why. When we came here, when I came here, I was of the view that, the Anambra don't know. But I guess that's a very bogus statement that might have a couple of things in between.
Yes.
So when we launched the Level Up Anambra, it was completely online, because that time we're still trying to set up our office. So it was completely online, and we did it in partnership with Microsoft and Woodlab Foundation.
Yes.
And the target was to train 20,000 people. We launched that application, the call for application, the day the governor signed the MOU, right there in that picture. 24 hours later, we had over 5,000 registrations.
Oh.
So that to me, it didn't look like they were not aware. I mean, even if they did not know too much, at least they wanted to know. So what I saw there was the interest. Within 2 days, we had over 10,000 applications. And so at the end of the day, we had way more than the 20,000 applications we needed. So yes, they may not be there right now, like a lot of people may not have been the tech gurus just yet, but I see the interest. And that's actually why this kind of engagement is important, because it helps us to explain to those who are not sure, who are still on the fence, who don't know whether this is for them. Yeah. So this kind of, last week I was here on ABS still talking about this, because, and after that we got a lot of calls, we got some people coming to the office, we got, inquiries, because a lot of young people are out there, they don't even know how this impacts them. Some people think that for you to play in this space, you must be a software engineer. No. In fact, let me say, there was a report by CNBC. It was published on CNBC, but it was by Flexa Careers. And they said, this was just in July 2023, they said top remote jobs the companies are demanding for right now around the world. Remote jobs are jobs you do from home, from wherever, which has become the in thing, especially since COVID-19, right? You see accounting. So the job of an accountant, business development manager, copywriter, customer service representative, editor, engineering manager, marketing manager, product manager, senior product designer, software engineer. So you see the top 10 by the number of people that the organizations employed remotely. So you see, these opportunities in tech, why do I say in tech now? Because for you to do a remote work, you need to know how to use your computers. Yes. You need to know how to make at least the basic digital connection. So you see, no matter your skill set, you need a little bit of digital knowledge to be able to play big and to be able to level up, to be able to take advantage of all the opportunities out there. So the opportunities we see in the digital space is not just for the people that are the coders. There are no code digital skills, right? Today, you can be a social media manager. You can be a digital marketer. You can be running SEO optimization. When you talk about SEO optimization, think about all the companies in the world that have a website, or all the individuals that have websites. Which organization does not have a website? Every organization wants their website to rank high in the search. That is the job of an SEO manager, right? So there's so much you can do in tech that doesn't quite require you to be a coder, right? To code. So there's something for everyone. But the basic thing is, you do not have to be afraid of the computer. Yes, if you see a computer, you know how to turn it on, how to connect it, how to use the internet, how to find your way around the internet. AI is trending now. How much do you know how it can help you, how you can use it? What do you know that you can use it for? You can be writing speeches for top-level executives. You don't need to use pen and paper anymore. Do you understand? So that when you talk about copywriting, you write speeches, you write talking points, you can write interview scripts, you can do a whole lot of things using the digital skills. So you see, it's not, there's something for everyone, really.
All right, and you know, you expressed a very large, I say, the vision is something that is overwhelming. And looking at the steps you've taken so far to actualize some of those things, let me ask this question. Talking about providing these solutions and funding, what are you doing in that direction? How are you, through your office, ensuring that these visions are given lives? What are you doing in that aspect?
So quite a lot. So like you know, before the Solution Innovation District, anything that has happened in the tech space in Anambra would have been largely private sector driven, and so that's why you see ICT centers here and there teaching basic computer skills, and then quite a few of them of recent, in the last 1 year or 2 years now, trying to teach software engineering or something like that. There hasn't been a lot of attention to it, but now the government is quite intentional about really building that ecosystem. And so that's why the governor set up the Solution Innovation District. And let me put it out there, the grand vision for Solution Innovation District is to build the Silicon Valley of Africa right here. So, and you know, the Silicon Valley, for those that haven't been there or that don't quite understand what it is a place like a whole area in California, right? That you have these high-tech companies as neighbors. So it's just a whole area. It's not one building.
Like
so
Bank Avenue.
Yeah, so like a whole, in fact, it's not just an avenue, it's a whole district, a whole city, town, you know, that kind of thing, where you have Facebook, you see their own building and complex, you see Google, you see that kind of thing. So they are all co-locating in that area, and that's why that's the Silicon Valley. That's where we call the Silicon Valley right now. So why is that happening? Because why is that important? Because these ideas, these companies cross-pollinate ideas. It's easy to use common facilities. For instance, using Nigeria as an example, in Anambra State right now, the goal is to build the Silicon Valley of Africa. And if I'm wrong, anybody can correct me, but I think this is the first time the government is trying to do this in Nigeria. Trying to intentionally build a whole area. So the district idea is such that the startups that would grow from this, our programs, the startups that will grow out of Anambra State, we'll see a place that they will find like minds. We'll see a place that they will find shared facilities. Let's assume, talk about power. That place is supposed to have steady power, more reliable internet. I mean, when you speak the language, the other person will easily understand. When you're looking for talent, you easily find them nearby.
You can innovate and seek out.
Exactly. Yes. You can collaborate even. So here in Anambra State, what we are doing right now, the solutions, is that first, we know that we came here, we're like, okay, there are no hubs as such. There are a few, a pocket full or handful of innovation hubs or ICT centers. Maybe in Onisha, some in Oka, one in Nnewi, something like that. But many of them are not doing full business incubation or full training, like they're just starting out. So now we set up the Solution Innovation District Center. Mr. Governor set up the Solution Innovation District Center right here in Oka as a temporary center. Because the idea of the district, if you see the name is Solution Innovation District, there's a reason it's called a district. Because the goal is that over time, it will be a whole area with people, that has companies and people in that space, in the tech space, all right? So we set up that place. At the Solution Innovation District, you have co-working space where startups in our program could come and work out of. So you don't have to worry about light or internet. You can come in there if you're on our program, and then you sit there and work. Clean environment, beautiful environment, conducive environment, you have power. You just focus on building your business. So that's one. Then you have internet. We have the digital skills lab for those that don't have computers. You can come in there and get trained. So recently, we even started our teenage program. That's a program for teens. They're called a digital boot camp for kids. And there, all the children that came, you didn't have to come with a laptop if you didn't have any. So they used our laptops. So these are some of the things we're doing. But now we're working to democratize access. Our governor says he wants to democratize access so that it doesn't matter what part of Anambra State you are in, you can benefit from these same opportunities. We do not expect that everybody will travel to Oka to take advantage of this. So we're working to establish mini hubs in different places, mini SID hubs at local government levels in partnership with either individuals or schools or whatever it is, an existing hub, such that if we have a program, you can go to those centers and participate and benefit from the same curriculum, the same program. So we're working all of that, and as we finalize all of those centers, we put it out there so people know where they can go to.
When I spoke to you, let me roll back a little. During the 1U2 skills graduation, the governor did speak about some opportunities in tech. And then the Code Anambra, which you said has the application has closed. So what other opportunities? Let me say somebody is watching us and say, is it too late for me? What opportunities are in tech and how can they have access to these opportunities? Is there like a website where you post these opportunities so that people can just follow you and be on standby? Or are there opportunities currently ongoing now that people can key into?
Yeah, so there are quite, should I say, you said our code Anambra has closed. Yes, this particular application has closed, but it will reopen. Of course, it's an ongoing program. Even the Level Up Anambra you talked about, we've done cohort 1 and 2. The cohort 3 application will soon close, will soon open as well. So those that missed out on this particular code Anambra program, watch out for the next cohort, right? So but the only way you will not miss out is that if you're on LinkedIn or on Instagram or on Facebook or Twitter, X, or which other social media, TikTok, whichever one that
Instagram.
Yes, Instagram. The one anyone you are on, you just go on your search bar right now and search for Solution Innovation District. When you search for Solution Innovation District, you find our handles on all the pages. So in fact, I would advise that you turn on your notifications so that when we make any post, you see it. I can assure you that the posts we make on our pages are definitely posts, with you in mind, with Indian Anambra in mind. Is it that we're telling you about program that you should participate in or benefit from? We're telling you opportunities that can benefit you, or we're posting opportunities with our partners. So right now, the federal government of Nigeria, of course, our goal is to go out there, attract everything attractable down here for the benefit of Indian Anambra. The federal government, in partnership with Wema Bank, have a program right now. The application is still open. It's called FGN Alert Digital Skill Innovation. So that program is ongoing now, and if you go on our pages, if you go on any of our social media pages right now, you would see the link to click. The link can actually is showing right now on the screen. But if you can't type it out, you just simply go on social media, look for Solution Innovation District, and you'll find that link. All right. Alternatively, you can go to that's the Solution Innovation District website, which is innovation.anambrastate.gov.ng. If you go on our website, you'll find the link to so many opportunities. You just scroll through the news, the blog section, and all of that. And then you find the link to these opportunities to click on. You can also just send us a WhatsApp message and we forward you the link. I think the number should be on the screen. So I think these are all the options. But trust me, we have so many programs.
Okay, that number is also a WhatsApp number you can...
Yeah, that number is a WhatsApp. In fact, it's best as a WhatsApp number instead of... Because if you call us and we're calling out the link for you, it doesn't make sense. But send a WhatsApp message requesting for the link and we simply forward it to you. The number is showing on your screen right now.
So what I want to know now is, when you talk about... I did ask... I was actually surprised the first time we spoke that you had a physical office, because... normally we don't really get to see it a lot around here. So, but my question is, someone has asked me, when I heard about your office, someone asked, what do they do there? Like, can I just take my laptop and just go there? Or can I just walk in and say, hey, I want to learn this? And then secondly, I would like to ask, what is your advice for somebody who feel, I'm already in a career, but I will need extra money, but I don't know how to code? How can they really choose? Because I know someone who have tried this one, saying, now you take a for me. So I would like to know, what's your advice? We hear a lot of things, we don't know what they do. We have cybersecurity, you have data scientists, then you have, I didn't even know there was a difference between data scientists and data analysts. And then you hear UX, you hear UI, like it's a whole different word altogether. So my question now is, if somebody's watching you now and thinking that the word for instance, accountant, my honey, I say no business,
because you're used to hearing that.
Now some people don't even know the full meaning of AI till now. Then you start hearing UX, UI. Geez, the worst is not here Python. Now like, gee. So my question is, if you're somebody and you're feeling this entire thing is foreign, but you would like to try something new, what would be your advice to them in order to know which to try out, which should be their niche?
So for me, I would say research.
Okay.
What you don't know, you ask. If you cannot see me to ask me, ask Google. Go on Google, type, if it's UI UX now, type UI UX. And because if we have ample time, I could go on and explain a bit of some of them.
It is a very different area.
It's a different area.
So yeah, I mean, if we're talking sustainable technology, renewable energy, then you're thinking the likes of solar and co. If you're thinking about artificial intelligence, how do I easily explain that right now?
You don't need to explain, just like a general advice.
So the point
and then
is,
sorry. When you're giving the advice, I like you to touch the fact that somebody say they don't have tech job opportunities in Anambra. So now, if somebody is learning tech, what exactly is your plan? After, let me say, I go and learn the UX, UI, or the cybersecurity or data analytics. What opportunities are there? Because somebody will say, "Diora de Anambra." So I'd like you to advise, like, what should I put in place? What should I consider when I'm thinking of going into tech or going to this particular niche of tech?
No, so like I was saying, first off, if you're not sure, because part of what we've seen is that people we gave a list of 14 options on that code Anambra. Some people just look, they're not sure which and just click on. So the natural thing for you to do for anything you don't know, not even just tech, my dear, so far you have a phone or something or a computer, just Google it. Go to Google and type UI UX. What is UI UX? What is IoT? What is it? The person that studies this, what can they do? You just make this simple search and then you become knowledgeable. Don't keep walking around. It's okay that you heard it the first time, you didn't know it. But if by the second time you still don't know it, then you have yourself to blame. So go online, search for it. In fact, on our pages, if you follow us, from time to time, we explain.
Yes, I saw those. Yeah.
Who's a digital marketer? Who is this? Who's a game developer? What kind of opportunities do you have? And all of that. So yeah, we explain some of that. So far, go on our pages and see. Then use Google and type any new word you hear about machine learning. You don't know what it is? Type it. What is machine learning? What kind of job does a machine learning expert do? What does a UI UX designer do? Is a product design? What does, that kind of thing? Just type it. So that is one. Then, whether there are tech jobs in Anambra? Yes. In fact, Anambra is a virgin land for the people who are grabbing the opportunities right now. Because in the next few years, you guys will become the bosses. You'll be running the town because you will be the gurus that will now be coaching the younger ones. The opportunities. We're talking about, do you know how many SMEs we have in Anambra State who are not online? Who do not know how to do social media marketing, whose pages don't have online presence. In fact, even if you're just a digital marketer and you're serious, do you know you can create a company, a digital marketing agency that is, in fact, if you're focused on SMEs alone, you're going to these SMEs, explaining to them the opportunities, how it will benefit their businesses, and they are paying you to run this for them. If you're a web designer, these hotels, businesses, that they don't have online presence, you can create websites for them. That is, in fact, you struggle in places that are already way advanced. Yeah, really. So that's why I say
because the big players are already there.
Yes. Yeah. So it's better you start now and become one of the big players in the next few years. So, but the thing is that when people are checking, they're just checking for now, and then the next 3 years, they're still saying the same thing they said 3 years ago. So start right now. Don't wait. Opportunities. So minus the opportunities that are in Anambra right now, like the services you can render. Think about the politicians. Think about the high-level people. Do you know they have social media pages? I know I'm just using social media as the most basic.
Yes.
Do you know they have social media pages? They're not the ones running those pages. They don't have time to run those pages. If you have a social media agency, you yourself can create jobs for people, recruit others, train them, and they are working for you. You become an employer. Do you understand? So there are so many opportunities. And then we'll talk about the opportunities that the remote job gives you. To work in America, work in China, work in Canada, work anywhere. Right here from Anambra State. You do not need to travel anywhere. So that means from Anambra State, you have access to the world if you know the skills. And these are opportunities that can pay you upwards, I mean, if you're good, from $65,000 up. If you're a good software developer, and you're working with a company out there, even Google can employ you remotely, Facebook and all of that. Do you know how much? Do the conversion, $100,000. You're earning it from Anambra, and you tell me there's no. The world is your stage. If you have this skill.
The basic is change your thinking.
Exactly.
Stop
If you don't know,
yourself.
ask. We do organize what we call meetups. Those meetups are info sessions. We also have what we call the Anambra Tech Drive.
Yeah.
Anambra Tech Drive is a monthly webinar we have where we bring experts, people who are already playing in this space, to explain to you. You can ask them questions. So instead of wallowing in ignorance, my dear, come out. Ask the question. Engage.
If I allow you for the next 2 hours to continue.
I don't forget that.
We've been speaking with Chinwe Okoli, the special advisor to Governor Chukwu Soludo on business incubation and innovation. She's been telling us what has been happening. If you're an SME, this is the time for you to begin to ask questions. How do I increase my business? How do I change my thinking? Because of time, we'll stop at this point. We know several people are also asking to join the discussion. We'll find a way to bring you back on the show to extend this discussion. I'm especially interested in SMEs and what your Solution Innovation District is doing in that direction. But time wouldn't allow us to do that this morning.
All right, for me, I would say, whether I would like to believe it or not, machines, technology is quite making people unemployed, because it will get to a point where you notice that what you're doing is a machine that can do it.
Yeah.
So it is time for you to, Nogalia, it is time for you to change your position.
Yeah.
Move away from that place you feel is your comfort zone. And then another thing, times are hard. Times are hard. The Naira is quite not in a good position. So anything you can do to earn in a hard currency that has a little bit of more security than the Naira will actually benefit you. And so tech will benefit you. So visit Innovation District, be part of their social media family so that you can grab all the opportunities coming via that place. Please, do you have a final word? Just a sentence.
So the final word is, please, if you're watching us, you have heard about what we're saying and these opportunities, help spread the word.
Spread the word.
If all of you should tell another 10 persons, another 10 persons will tell another 10 persons, and then, I mean, it will become a digital revolution in Anambra State, and that's what we want.
And that's it. We'll now move over to our breakfast news desk for the breakfast news. Don't go anywhere.